What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing a Manchester City transfer update. Before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content and to help to support my channel, then please do subscribe. It's free. We're going to be doing daily Manchester City transfer updates from June throughout the whole of the summer transfer window for you guys to stay up to date on YouTube with all the latest Manchester City transfer news. So if you haven't already, then please do subscribe. Also, don't forget as well, social media links there in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Do leave a thumbs up as well if you are enjoying the content. 300 likes is the aim. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you want to go and follow my TikTok, then the link to that is also in the description. And also, giving my thoughts from Manchester City's tremendous victory over Liverpool. If you want to go and check that out, that's the last video on my channel, giving all of my thoughts from that fantastic victory. It does mean over the next week, if all goes to plan for Manchester City, then we're not going to really have a lot of spare time with a week off, which is what we've got now, a bit of a luxury running through April. So we'll have a couple of transfer videos rolling out there before everything's going to come in thick and fast with loads of football, with City playing every 3 to 4 days. So giving my thoughts on the Liverpool game, do go and check that out. You can go and find that on my channel. So let's crack on with this video. Contract news first and foremost. Got an update on Rico Lewis and Nathan Ake. Now, Jack Gaughan says Rico Lewis and Nathan Ake, they're both set to be offered new contracts at Manchester City, as Man City's aim is to get more first teamers on long-term contracts. City's aim this summer is, in terms of contracts, to focus on renewals. They also want to bring in a central midfielder with Jude Bellingham and Alexis McAllister right at the top of Manchester City's wish list. And it's also been reported that Chicky could have a look at a winger as well, with Pep telling him that he's wanting a little bit more pace in his attack. Now, Manchester City's plan is to try and get this all sorted before we head on a pre-season tour. Thought it's going to be in Asia this summer, and Manchester City looking to try and boost themselves commercially with bringing in some fresh new players, fresh new blood into the squad, and a potential big signing or two as well. So that's Man City's plan for the summer. It's all about, when our season does come to an end, how hard Man City are going to be working to try and get these transfers sorted. Transfers do take time, so I can imagine that sometime between now and the end of the season, City will be trying to get some of their transfers in the pipeline. Look at Erling Haaland. We signed him, what was it, end of May, beginning of June, so we got that done fairly quickly. We got it done quickly because we were making things happen before the transfer window opened, and I have a feeling that City are going to be doing the same. But lots of names have been chucked out there for Man City. No concrete solid offers have gone in for any players, so City is a bit like an open market. Anything can happen, so I'm excited. We'll see who City do choose to bring in, but in terms of contract renewals, Rico Lewis, Nathan Ake, priorities for Man City to get on new long-term contracts, and I wouldn't rule out maybe being another player or two put on a long-term deal before we do have the start of next season for the 2023-2024 season. Now, moving on to the outs, we've got the latest on Ilkay Gundogan. Now, Samuel Marsden over at ESPN says that Ilkay Gundogan and Barcelona, they've stepped up talks recently. Talks have been going on for a little while. Talks are believed to be progressing, and both parties are keen to get a deal sorted. It'll be very interesting if Barcelona do manage to get Ilkay Gundogan on a pre-contract agreement, and it'll be interesting to see what the length of the contract will be, because Manchester City, they're only willing to offer a short-term extension to Ilkay Gundogan's deal, which I've heard is just 12 months. Now, the Guardian, they've interviewed Gundogan's agent, and he said that his future is still up in the air. He won't rule anything out, and says Gundogan, he likes Manchester, he likes working with Pep Guardiola, he's happy with the amount of minutes that he's getting this season too, so they're not ruling anything out, and a new contract could be signed. And I've heard something similar with Bernardo Silva as well. Whilst he's always open to a move to Iberia, interest from Real Madrid and Barcelona, not too sure about their finances. PSG have been interested as well. Bernardo Silva has made no secret that one day he'd like to return back to his native country of Portugal, yet he's unsettled because the weather, the city and what Manchester's like, it can be very cold, it can be pretty grim as well, if we're being honest too. So it's completely understandable to be unsettled when these players that are coming from, well, I regard anyway, in my opinion, as being very exotic, very warm climated countries. And so one day it could happen, and it could be a return. It could be sooner rather than later. If Bernardo Silva wants it to happen sooner rather than later, then more than likely he's either going to have to, well, his agent is anyway, he's going to have to find him a transfer who's happy to pay Man City's price tag for this summer, or potentially wait until his contract is up in 2025. But just like with Gundogan, it's been reported that Bernardo Silva, nothing's been ruled out, and I wouldn't rule out potentially Bernardo Silva signing a new contract as well, because he's thriving. If you're here at Man City for footballing ability and to progress as a football player, there is nowhere better in the world to be, in my opinion. Now, moving on to the ins, there's some players City have missed out on. The first is Khvicha Kvaratskhelia. Now, Manchester City have been linked with the Napoli winger. He's having a great season, but rumours in Italy have said that he has signed a new deal. I'm not aware at this moment in time that that has been announced, or I've not seen that it's been announced, but Napoli, they're keen to get him on a new deal, and it's going to be a contract believed to be until 2028, so a 6-year deal. It's going to include no release clause, and in my opinion, if that's true, then that is that. Khvicha Kvaratskhelia will not be joining Manchester City this summer, and with no release clause, that's certainly his long-term future committed to Napoli. And another player we could potentially be missing out on as well is Rafael Leao at AC Milan, because Matteo Moretto has said that Rafael Leao, he's closer than ever right now to signing a new contract extension with AC Milan. So if Kvaratskhelia or Leao or both of these players sign new contracts, then that'll be them not joining Manchester City this summer. And as I said, City are having a look at quick, pacey, attacking wingers to potentially come into the club this summer. Not a priority, but they are having a look, so we'll see what happens with regard to them. But two big names there that City have been getting linked with quite a lot, we could be missing out on, which in my opinion could be a little bit of a blow. Now, moving on to the final transfer. This is a transfer that excites me. Gabri Veiga. We've got an update on him. Now, Edu Pidal, he's a source based in Spain, says that Pep Guardiola's brother, he's met with Gabri Veiga's sister, who deals with all things of the players' affairs. He met with them on Wednesday in Spain, and he's believed to have put forward Manchester City's proposal, confirming Manchester City's interest in the 20-year-old attacking midfielder from Celta Vigo. He does have a release clause. 40 million euros. It's affordable for Manchester City. 20 years old. That's the right age that Man City look for players to develop them, give them 2 or 3 seasons at Manchester City. By the time they're turning 22, 23, 24 years old, they're going into their prime and they're set up to be excellent football players. Have a good look at Phil Foden. The future for him, very, very promising, and it could be the same here for Gabri Veiga as well. If he's prepared to knuckle down and work hard, 2 or 3 years from now, world is oyster. Completely, the world is his oyster. Now, Manchester City, they're prepared to pay, I believe, the release clause for Veiga from Celta Vigo. Now, City could choose to negotiate. We've seen it before. It happened with Ferran Torres when we brought him in from Valencia. However, there was a big release clause with that, and that's why City negotiated that down. 40 million euros at the end of the day. What's that? Around 35 million quid. City can afford it, and it's all about how many players City sell this summer. It's all about how much money they can generate into their team, because at the end of the day, City fund their transfers over the last couple of windows by selling players and bringing players in. And this summer, to me, I've heard rumours City are going to be spending big, 200, 300 million pounds. For City to do that, we're going to have to make 200, 300 million pounds in selling players. Now, Veiga could be one of maybe 4 or 5 potential new blood coming into Manchester City. But he's an attacking midfielder, good on the ball. It's a very doable transfer. It all makes sense to me. And to me, in terms of a straightforward transfer, if that does exist, to me, this transfer is as straightforward as they come. You pay the release clause, he comes to City, you offer him a contract, he signs the contract, he holds the shirt up, you take the picture and you announce it on the website. To me, as I said, it's as simple as they come. It makes sense. He looks a very promising player. Anyone seen him play live? I've not seen him play to know too much to be able to comment on him and his playing style and what he can bring. But if Man City are interested, and obviously the stats are backing him up in La Liga as well, obviously a very exciting player. Very much looks to me like a Kevin De Bruyne kind of role, playing behind the striker, getting them goals, getting them assists. He's got a good finish on him as well. He's an exciting player. De Bruyne is getting no younger. Maybe Man City thinking to themselves, rather than allowing a player to leave and then signing a player, why not bring them in for a couple of seasons and have them ready-made to go once some of our core spine that we've got now leave Manchester City. And it'll be a very sad day when these players do leave, the likes of Ilkay Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne. The day will come where they will leave, and this is why City are looking at players who are 10 years junior to them, and Veiga very much ticking that box, and to me, very much a doable transfer, and very much could well be Man City's first summer signing if the upcoming summer transfer window. So, as I said, I'm going to keep you guys up to date every single step of the way with all the latest Manchester City transfer news this summer on my YouTube channel. So do make sure you have subscribed if you haven't already. Social media links there in the description below, and slide across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below if you want to go hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. TikTok link also in the description if you want to go and follow me on there. Also, don't forget as well to leave a thumbs up. 300 likes is the aim, and most importantly, do let me know your thoughts in the comments below, as I'm always interested in what you do have to say with regards to these transfers. And I'll see you all again in a few days' time, probably with another Manchester City transfer update. If there's news developing from then, of course, I'll have a video out ASAP for you guys. As I said, go and check out my other video as well, giving my thoughts on City's brilliant victory over Liverpool as we build up to a very, very busy business end of the season coming up throughout April and May. I'll see you then. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.